The Perfect Myth is the second segment of the 9th episode of the first season of the Rugrats Reboot, and I really enjoyed this one. The grown-ups are doing a sit-up competition, the guys and Charlotte, and I thought Charlotte was pretty great in this episode, and Angelica decides that she's going to be the goddess of perfect. And most of the episode is done through the baby's creative play, their imagination, and we see this kind of Greek mythology come to life. And something I'm realizing with the reboot is that I actually quite like the creative play. Normally, when we have scenes set in their imagination in the classic series, they're usually pretty boring. But in the reboot, they've been pretty great, and this one's no exception. The costumes they wear are amazing, particularly Angelica's is the goddess of perfect. I also really loved Phil and Lil. I thought they looked brilliant. And the episode is about Angelica being perfect and having this perfect cup. This cup will go, of course, to the winner of the sit-up competition. I liked how those two stories kind of combined, because usually we have the adult story and the baby's story, and they don't really overlap that much. But here, everything was going towards the same goal. And I rather liked it. I think it was a pretty decent story. There is, of course, a strong message in this, the message being that nobody can be perfect all of the time. And the person who delivered that message is not the person who I thought would deliver that message. I won't spoil it by going into any more detail, but I was rather surprised. One of the adults is not the way they were in the classic series, or not as bad as they were in the classic series, which again is something that's really interesting to explore. It makes things a little bit different. Definitely a really good episode. In all, The Perfect Myth is really enjoyable, very, very well animated, and very good fun. Really enjoying these creative, imaginative play ones. It's a change of pace from the classic series, and honestly, this episode as a whole was very well written, very well animated, and really enjoyable.